Conor Mcgregor, the notorious mixed martial arts champion, stood in Dublin's High Court, facing shocking allegations that could shatter his carefully cultivated public image. A woman, Nikita Neileiman, has accused him of sexual assault in a high-stakes civil damages case, a claim that threatens to send shockwaves through both the sports world and beyond. What began as a seemingly innocent gesture quickly spiraled into a nightmare when Mcgregor, along with another man, is said to have taken them to a luxurious penthouse. Nikita claims that once inside, Mcgregor violently assaulted her, ignoring her desperate pleas for him to stop. Adding to the tension, McGregor's defense suggests that the alleged assault was somehow akin to the violent exchanges McGregor endures in the cage, implying that her version of events is distorted or exaggerated. Before we dive deeper into this story of crime and suspense, please subscribe to our channel and hit that like button to get all the notifications. As she took the stand on Wednesday, Ms. Hand's voice trembled and her hands visibly shook. The courtroom was tense, each pause in her testimony adding weight to the accusations she was about to make. The judge called for multiple adjournments, allowing her to regain composure after every harrowing recollection of the night that would change her life forever. The former hairdresser's story began with a Christmas night out on December 8, 2018, a night that started with laughter and festive cheer, but quickly descended into a nightmare. She admitted to being intoxicated, having consumed both alcohol and cocaine, when she reached out to Conor McGregor that evening. The message seemed innocent enough, a request to join him at another party. What followed was a chilling sequence of events that Ms. Hand described in gut-wrenching detail. McGregor allegedly picked her up along with a friend in a chauffeur-driven car. They were driven to a penthouse suite at the Beacon Hotel, accompanied by McGregor's security team. But what was meant to be a night of celebration quickly turned into a nightmare of terror. Ms. Hand recounted clearly, telling McGregor that she wasn't there for intimacy. She mentioned having a boyfriend and knowing McGregor's partner, hoping to set boundaries. But her words seemed to fall on deaf ears. She claimed McGregor, in a shocking display of aggression, placed her in a chokehold, not once but 3 times. "He pinned me down on the bed," she said, her voice breaking as she recalled the horror of the moment. "I held my hands to my chest, trying to protect myself, but he put his whole body weight on top of me. I couldn't breathe. I thought I was going to die." Desperation surged through her, and her only defense, she said, was to bite him. It was a move that, according to Ms. Hand, triggered an even darker reaction. "He didn't like it, so he flipped me around, had me by the neck and shoulders," she recalled as the courtroom held its breath. At this point, Ms. Hand said she froze, her body betraying her mind, unable to move, unable to cry out. The once familiar environment had transformed into a suffocating trap. Her testimony, both raw and harrowing, was punctuated by moments of intense emotion, and the audience in the courtroom was visibly shaken. With each word, the atmosphere grew heavier as the chilling account of what she had endured began to take shape. The case was no longer just about one night. It was a struggle for her to reclaim the truth as the fight for justice began to unfold before the jury. As the trial unfolds with intense cross-examinations and mounting public scrutiny, it has become clear that the outcome will depend heavily on the jury's interpretation of conflicting testimonies and evidence. The case has already captivated the public's attention, not only because of McGregor's global fame, but because of what's at stake. If the allegations are proven true, they could devastate his career and reputation. This is not the first time this UFC icon has got himself in trouble. He has been accompanied by a shadow of legal turmoil beyond the confines of the octagon. Conor McGregor and a group of individuals were captured on video attacking a bus at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York, after a UFC media event. They hurled various objects, including a hand dolly and a guardrail, which resulted in the shattering of windows and windshields. Multiple UFC fighters on board sustained injuries and were unable to compete in their subsequent matches. The incident was allegedly motivated by a previous altercation between McGregor's teammate, Artem Lobov, and former UFC champion Khabib Nurmagomedov. After fleeing the scene, the Notorious surrendered to a Brooklyn police station where he faced charges of felony criminal mischief and misdemeanor assault. Released on bail, he returned to Ireland. Eventually, Mcgregor accepted a plea deal and was convicted of disorderly conduct. His sentencing included 5 days of community service, restitution for the bus damages, and participation in anger management classes. Mcgregor did not serve any prison time. During a family vacation in South Florida in March 2019, Mcgregor faced an arrest for forcibly grabbing and damaging a fan's cell phone. The charges against him included strong-arm robbery and misdemeanor criminal mischief. The Dublin native was released after posting a $12,500 bond. However, both the criminal charges and the civil lawsuit were later dropped, resulting in the resolution of the legal case against him. In August 2019, Conor McGregor assaulted an individual at a pub who had declined a shot of his proper number 12 Irish whiskey. He pleaded guilty to the assault in November of the same year, paying a fine to avoid a potential prison sentence of up to 6 months. The victim received undisclosed compensation. Additionally, court proceedings disclosed that McGregor had 18 prior convictions on his record, primarily related to driving offenses. In September 2020, Conor McGregor was detained and interrogated by authorities on the island of Corsica for alleged incidents of indecent exposure and sexual assault in a bar. He spent 2 days in custody before being released. However, 8 months later, it was announced that there was insufficient evidence to proceed with a criminal prosecution. As reported by the Irish Independent, Conor McGregor was arrested and had his Bentley temporarily confiscated due to reckless driving. He faced charges for 6 offenses, which included 2 counts of dangerous driving, driving without a license, failure to provide a license, driving without insurance, and failure to provide insurance documentation. In October 2021, Francesco Facchinetti, a well-known Italian DJ and TV presenter, made an accusation against Conor McGregor, claiming that the MMA fighter punched him in the face, causing a broken nose. According to Francesco, the incident occurred outside a hotel in Rome, and it was entirely unprovoked as he and his wife had been socializing with McGregor and his partner Dee Devlin for several hours prior to the altercation. Earlier in January, it was reported that a woman had accused Conor McGregor of physically assaulting her during his birthday celebration on his yacht in Ibiza, Spain, in July 2022. She alleged that he verbally abused her, physically assaulted her, and even threatened to drown her. The unidentified woman stated that she sustained a wrist injury from one of McGregor's blows and eventually had to flee the yacht. Although she did not provide a statement to Spanish authorities initially, she filed a complaint with Irish police in September. Subsequently, Spanish authorities reopened the investigation but have not pressed charges against McGregor. The woman also initiated a lawsuit against McGregor but withdrew the claim in February without explanation. In June 2023, Conor McGregor faced allegations of sexually assaulting a woman in a bathroom at the Kaseya Center in Miami during Game 4 of the NBA Finals. The woman claimed that she was led into the bathroom by NBA and McGregor's security, where McGregor allegedly forced her to engage in sexual acts. However, her credibility was questioned as multiple videos emerged that seemed to contradict her account, and concerns were raised regarding her request for a settlement from both McGregor and the NBA instead of pursuing criminal charges. As of now, no arrests have been made, and no lawsuits have been filed regarding this case. Conor McGregor is facing accusations of being involved in a fight at the Saddle Club in Birkenhead, England, during a family funeral. Police were called to the club following reports of an altercation. As of now, no arrests or charges have been reported, and the incident is under investigation. So that's a wrap, folks. If you like this video, then share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.